So one of the biggest problems with tarot, if you've got your deck of tarot cards, is you're feeling anxious, you're feeling a bit depressed, feeling a bit overwhelmed with life, and you just do endless prediction spreads. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Trying desperately to get some sense that life will be okay. And often what happens is, because you're in that overwhelm, because you're in that place of anxiety, the tarot cards are predicting that life's going to get worse. And that is a dangerous cycle. So I have my trusty pack of tarot cards. I am right now in that place of overwhelm, and I am not going to predict. I am going to ask my cards for advice. What do I need to know? So the Six of Wands is a card of success and victory. That's great. I'm really happy with that. But how do you work with that if the cards are telling you something that doesn't feel right? Well, it's very simple. Your left brain, my left brain at the moment, as I'm talking about me, can be a place where our anxieties stack up. And we start to look at the world through our own anxieties, through our own ego. And what we see is what we think we see. It's not true. So with the Six of Wands there, that is a card of success. I am feeling overwhelmed, so I will need to stop and actually look at facts and figures, particularly concerns the business. How many readings am I doing? How many people are coming to workshops? It's very easy to see your life, or for me to see my life, through fear. And it's a distorted image. So this is a reminder that I need to go back and actually look, check in. Am I feeling overwhelmed but actually working really hard and getting great results? I will be double checking that. Now for me, one of the real joys about, you'll notice I turn one card over at a time. I read one card, I get a sense for that, and then I want the second card to either say, to extend the story further, to validate that what I think the card is saying is what the card is saying. And the Page of Pentacles is about attention to detail. The Page of Pentacles is saying, stop emotionally connecting with what you think is going on in life and actually look down at the details. And so I will be doing that. I am a tarot reader. I do take the advice of my tarot cards. To me, they connect to a wiser part of myself than my ego or my left brain. So I will be checking out my facts and figures, and hopefully that will help me to see that the overwhelm isn't actually overwhelm, it's just exhaustion from working hard. So we'll check in and see. And the Sun is a card of balance. Notice how with the Sun's rays, some of the rays are straight and some are wavy. It's a card of balancing the yin and the yang. Think about the Sun, it has that cycle. And my life, it's very hard to have a cycle. My kids don't go to school. I do work weekends and evenings. It can just be on all the time if I'm not careful. So the Sun is a card of vitality and vibrancy, but also of cycles. And I think that's something that's missing in my life. And the card at the bottom of the pack, always worth having. And can you see how what I'm doing here is I'm layering up one card meaning, another card meaning, another card meaning, and finding that silver thread that connects all of them. Card at the bottom of the pack, stepping out of my comfort zone. I always think about the Ace of Pentacles, the white lilies, and the garden, representing the Garden of Eden, and that we have to leave our comfort zone to head on that long path to the blue mountains of your highest potential, and that there is a gift there, but that is the only pentacle in the pack with a rim, a price to pay. So that really resonates. I have stepped out of my comfort zone the last week. I've really stepped into doing more online courses. I'm setting up webinars where I can teach tarot. I'm setting up much more video-based online courses. And it's been a struggle. And actually, I think that's where the sense of overwhelm is coming from. It's because I've stepped out of my comfort zone, but I haven't allowed this to happen. I haven't allowed that yin and that yang, that expansion and rest, expansion and rest. As a professional tarot reader, you know, it's fascinating. Sometimes clients will tell me, you know, I feel really chaotic, my life is terrible, and I look at the cards and I think, well, actually your life is not so bad. It's just that you're not grounding yourself in your life. You're not appreciating where you are in your life, and this is very much what this spread is saying. And sometimes clients will say to me, you know, life's going really well, you know, just here for a check-in. I look at the cards and think, ooh, you know, we really need to look at this, because you think it's going well, but you're not paying attention. So tarot can help you to see if what you think is going on is what's really going on. But I started this short video with what to do if you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, exhausted. And my advice is don't predict. In fact, my advice with any reading is not to predict unless you are in a fit state of mind to understand the prediction and to act on it. I would say that a 3-card what should I best do spread, using the card at the bottom to anchor the whole reading, is the most powerful, practical way to use tarot. When I do a reading with a client, I will regularly be putting in 3 cards of advice. Because I think it's signposts for a client or myself how to move forward with a reading. So I hope you found that helpful. I will be going away to follow the advice from my own tarot reading and check up on my facts and figures on my appointments and get a true reflection. And when it comes to the yin and the yang of the sun, definitely I will be checking my diary to make sure I have those periods of rest in my life. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, do put them in the comments, and I will be back soon with another video.